getting treatment.
Steve, what's made Nick so good as a facilitator?
It's funny, this summer, we were practicing this summer, and Monte was in town, and we were watching the guys, and Donovan was out there, Lindell was out there, Nick was out there, and Monte and I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, I wonder if Nick ought to end up being the point guard, and let those guys look to score. And Monte actually said it to me, like, you ever thought about Nick, at the point? Yeah. And I said, man, I was just thinking about that. And so, so I've had that in the back of my head about, letting those guys just be free to score and play free and looking to be in attack mode. But the biggest thing about Nick, what he brings to the table, he's been here, 2.5 years now. His basketball IQ is really good. He has a really good feel, really good pace to his game. Assist to turnover ratios, 6-1 right now is terrific. And I'm just looking at from our 4 games where we've kind of changed. We've got our full roster and we've kind of changed the point guard spot. But I just think he has a really good understanding of what we want, and he's got a really good feel for the game. So he's been really good.
How are you guys managing this layoff, I guess?
This is, it's different when you have these long layoffs. We've been beat up this week. Jacoby's been out, Mike's been out, Zoran's out today. So we're going to go split workouts today and tomorrow. And actually it's been good when we've done split workouts with this group because we've got a lot of new faces, a lot of young guys to where, we can really focus on, just say a Lindell or a Terrence, some of the younger guys, Cameron, Solomon, just to really invest in those guys instead of looking at it you sometimes get lost going up and down 5-on-5 or with 12 guys out there. And so they've been good. So we'll do offense today and then a little bit offense and defense tomorrow. It's hard to just go every day when you don't play, for a while. And so you've got to, take a day off, do some shooting workouts, do some split workouts. And so when we come back Saturday and Sunday as a full roster, we're ready to go and prepare for Northern.
You said Lindell is just tapping the surface of what he's going to be. He's pretty darn good now since Vap moved to the point. What's his ceiling?
I think his ceiling's really high. And the thing I talked to him about, what I've done with him the last couple games, really started after the Tulsa game because I think he was a little frustrated after the Tulsa game, is really just watched his minutes with him, both offensively and defensively, of, what we expect, what I want. And my thing is what are you really preparing for at the end of the day? Are you preparing to beat school A, B, and C, or are you preparing to win a Big 12 championship? Are you preparing to beat Kansas and Baylor and Texas and Oklahoma and all the teams, in our league? Do you just want to be a guy that can score, or do you want to, become a guy that can really do special things and have a complete game? And that's my challenge to him. And so we've met a lot lately, and I'm just going to continue to stay on him and try to push the buttons to get his game complete. Obviously, athletically and scoring, he's really talented, but he's got to continue to grow on the defensive end, continue to grow in decision making. That's what I was happy about the assisted turnover in the Western Illinois game, 6-1. The one thing I love is, as a guard, him and Nick Babber defensive rebounding for us.
To go back to the practice schedule, is there diminishing returns when you have this kind of long layoff if you're going at practice, right? Eventually you just need to get back.
Yeah, and as a coach, I'm like, all right, man, we'll go again today. And really, it was when we played Saturday, we were taking Sunday off regardless, came back Monday, practice Tuesday. We had a couple bumps and bruises Tuesday to where I met with the trainer and I said, man, we probably better off taking Wednesday off, and then Thursday, Friday, let's scale back, do split workouts. Because I actually like split workouts because I can really just get my hands on those 5-6 guys and really teach and really coach and take our time and get some stuff added. And so, yeah, you can wear them out, you can beat them up a little bit too. And so there's a fine line. And so usually when you do the split workouts, they have a pretty good pop to them, and it's been good for us. And it's something that I'm really looking at going forward, even doing it maybe once, twice a week.
For this group, how much is game reps, them not having played a lot of basketball individually and certainly not together?
Well, it's just so much, and that's the thing is you can't look at it like that. And my staff's done a good job because I'm looking at, hey, we got to cover A through Z, and it's you just got a really good. Let's get good at the fundamental stuff: transition defense, ball screen defense. Let's guard the basketball and let's rebound the ball. And then offensively, let's play at a great pace. Let's move the ball. Let's share the ball. Now, if we can do those things and continue to grow and build, we'll be in good shape. Because when we've done that, Boise State's a good team. We beat a good team at Boise. I thought we played the right way down there. I thought Western Illinois. I thought we didn't play at the pace we wanted to or we need to.
I imagine that getting your hands on those guys, that's probably not something you've really done since you've been here? Or,
No. And that's why it's just going to take some time. There's a lot of teaching, there's a lot of coaching, and sometimes when you're correcting and teaching and coaching so much, you can kind of say, dang, are we doing anything right? But again, your vision and your thought process is not about, it's more about coaching, correcting, and understanding, hey guys, if we really want to do something special, going forward, then this is what we need to do. And so it hadn't, because a lot of these guys had been trained. They were older guys, and you had to coach and teach them a little bit differently. You had to invest in them. You always got to invest in the person first and foremost. But I think it was even more important there, those first 2 years of really getting the relationship with Monte and those guys to where they could trust you, so you could coach them.
So what percentage of, your systems do you have in place right now, and how far along would you like to be by the end of this month as you enter Big 12?
These next 2 weeks are big because we know next week we have 3 games, and then we'll take off for finals, and we finish up with Northern and I think Maryland Eastern Short to finish up. But I think the biggest thing that it's not about adding a bunch of new plays. It's about continuing to develop and them understand the pace we want to play at, the spacing, the ball movement, and then defensively just continue to grow to where we're back in transition. If you look at our defense numbers, actually, last 4 games, they're pretty good, and so we're making some strides in there. But is our ball screen defensive coverage good? Are we guarding the ball? Are we contesting shots? Are we rebounding the basketball? And those are just habits we've got to continue to work on in practice. And so, it's hard to say if you're 50% or you're 100%, but we're nowhere near 100%. I would say more towards the 25 to 40.
What's up with Zoran?
Man, he hurt his foot, I guess, in the Western Illinois game, and actually we were off Sunday, came back Monday, had a great practice. Actually, I met with him Monday after practice, and just to talk about trying to get him some confidence and playing a little bit better. And he had a great practice, probably one of his better ones, and then he had talked about his foot. He tweaked it in the Western game, and so he's actually been in the boot the last couple of days. I don't know. We don't have a term for, it's not a sprained ankle. It's more of a bruised foot, but he'll be out today. Hopefully we'll get him back tomorrow, and then have him full go Saturday and Sunday. And so right now we really only have 9 guys out there today, which is fine. That's why I kind of like the split groups. Mike will be back next week, and Jacoby's just day-to-day with the concussion protocol.
You don't know